produced by Osney.
Yes.
Yes. I
Another South Florida-based producer.
Exactly. I got my feet wet out in South Florida, fam. Definitely. That was my first, like, kind of like rodeo with like South Florida MC. So if anybody who knows LMS and Saheed, I know what I do on a mic. I'm confident about what I do on a mic, but getting on a record with LMS and Saheed, you got to come with it. You know what I mean? These are two brothers who I respect highly for their pen game and their approach to the game. So they were two of like the first that I did something like this with. I don't know if that was it LMS's release?
I'm not too sure either, man. I was checking because I got his release here, so I was checking and I couldn't find it. You know what I'm saying? In my deep archives, people know my library goes deep.
I thought it was something for Osney, to be honest. I thought we had done that for Osney, but I could be mistaken.
Nonetheless, man, it's a very fire joint. I found it on YouTube. So if anybody want to hear it, you know what I'm saying? Again, you can hear it on this show if you want, but if you want to just hear that track specifically, put it on your YouTube playlist. Go check it out on YouTube. It's available. One thing about that, the way you guys are all rhyming, there's a sense of competition, that MC vibrato, you know what I'm saying? Which is within all your projects. You know what I'm saying? That sense of the pen game means so much,
Indeed. And jogging memory again, I believe I might have had that on one of my mixtapes. Now that I think about it, In Between the Lines, Volume 1. I think it might have been on that, but also on everyone else's. It might have been on someone else's release, but I know it was on mine. It was just a mixtape that I put out, In Between the Lines, Volume 1. But yes, coming with that, it was very important to poke out your chest and show what you got. That was important for us coming up and being young and hungry and unabashed.
I felt like each of you brought a different flavor to it. Saheed with the rapid fire type of rhymes, reminiscent of like big pun type flows, and then LMS is like a pocket wizard, man. He could stay in the pocket and give you like a southern twang mixed with like heavy lyrical abilities, you know what I'm saying? And then of course you being the anchor of the track, last verse on it, with a little bit of that veteran touch on it, you know what I mean? Shit was fire.
Yeah, appreciate that. That's one I gotta pull out of the archives and go back to, because I really like that record. That's something I haven't gave a spin in a while, and I think I'm gonna have to do that.
That beat too is like some RZA shit, man. It's like Osney was on his RZA shit right there.
Very, very dope.
All right, man. Let's keep it moving. We having a lot of talks right now, but one thing's definite: we got to bring hip hop back. And when MCs say that, we say that all the time. And there's a lot of songs that touch on this, but this brother touched on it very nicely. And speaking of being in the pocket, he's one of the nicest at it within the Broward County scene for sure.
Yeah, this track is dedicated to the old school. We're gonna take it back.